Hello everyone, welcome to this third session on our Tangled letters. And I had already posted this teaser, which is an O, and last session we worked on the letter S, right? So I just mentioned that how we will be using tangles to create the letters and not tangling around the letters or tangle inside the letters, right? So a slight difference from what we generally see. So today's letter is N. Let's see how do we work with the letter N today, right? So I'm going to start with a rough pencil N, which is like this. Yeah, so just roughly created an N with my pencil, and now I'm going to be using some tangles, something like whorls, or also called as Anzu, this tangle. I'm sure you must have seen this tangle, right? So again, aura inside and create one small, so it is more like flux, just that the inside is little different, right? So I have created a flux shape like this, almost come down and joining, but not joined actually, and then gone around and added auras inside. Yeah, so I'm just going to do that for one part of my N. Right, and then you can add some nice and delicate fescues. It goes very well with this tangle, right, like this. So these small fescues always look nice, particularly with this tangle, a tangle by CZT Manugian, right? So it's not a Zentangle original, but again the shapes are pretty similar. Again, I'm going to add a straight line first, and then add these curves on both sides of my straight line, right? And then ink these like moons on both sides of the line, right? So what I did first was drew a line, the center line of the N, and now I'm inking the zigzag spaces that I created by drawing this zigzag line, curvy, right? So some bit of boldness, always try and add some inking, some inked sections in the tile, whatever you are drawing. So I always keep saying it adds that much required drama and boldness. Yeah, and then I'm just going to aura it on both sides, just the way we do for crescent moon. Something like Ixorus, right? So we have already done the pattern Ixorus also. So it's just like Ixorus, moons have been arranged in the same fashion, just as we do for Ixorus. Yeah. Just adding some auras. So there are so many tangles that you can choose from, and each of them can in some way or the other be used to create your letters. So small little spaces here, it is up to you what do you want to do. I'll probably push in some bronze chairs, or you can add some henna drums if you wish to, right? Entirely up to you what do you want to add there. right? And then again I will introduce the same pattern Anzu. Right? So starts with the same basic stroke, just like flux. And then just right inside. Nice, delicate looking pattern, very organic. Yeah. So again, small little fescues, especially add to this pattern. So feel free to add some embellishments here and there. Yeah. So that's a simple N. Now if you want, you can add some tentacles here, just like something is hidden inside a squid or something. Entirely up to you. Yeah, small little things that you can do to add to the look, but again it is up to you if you want to do that. Again, something hidden, spaces are small, so take it easy. Whatever little you can draw, since we have Bronx chairs here, so we can insert a few these petal or tentacle kind of things, as if something is hidden in there. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's enough. Yeah. So now I'm going to add a nice border. So this is a pattern by Sandy. So what I'm doing is drawing BTL juice, which is something like marasu, but with these protruding things, right? Like this. So I'm going to ink it in stripes just like marasu. However, I'm going to create these small little things emanating out of it as I draw my marasu. Right? So the tangle is called BTL juice. So need not be a very even line, right? So you can see with a very loose hand I have drawn, and now I am going to add these stripes again, however not going to double line them. Not adding an aura to the stripes, just keeping it simple. Yeah. So once you have created those sections, the next is to pick up an O8 and start inking the sections, right? So these stripes have to be inked just the way we do for marasu. The tangle is BTL Juice by Sandy Bartholomew. Just that we have done away with the double lines here, right? So just go ahead and slowly add black to all these sections that you have created. Yeah. So a little more organic version of Marasu, you can say. So I'm going to continue inking like this, and you can ink along with me, or you can ink it later when you draw the tile. Yeah. So almost finishing with my inking here. Last few sections left. Take your time and enjoy the process. Look at the drama that it adds to your tile. Simple tangles. Yeah. So we have inked it. Changing my pen again and just giving a nice finish. Right, so I think we are done with the tangling part. Now let us move to shading. Yeah, so BTL juice, I'm going to add graphite on both sides and highlight the center. Right, so there is no need to add graphite on the blacks. Again, so added graphite on both sides. Anzu, it would be a nice idea to add in the center. Both sides on the moons. Right, so let us blend this much first and then we'll see what more do we want to add. Right, moving on to our BTL. Make sure the center is white, you don't blend too much. Yeah, so still blending the edges. Yeah, I think we have done that. Right, so now again, just like we did in the other sessions, I'm just going to add some bit of texture at the corners. Use my scoring tool and add the simple tangle called or leak that we have already learned. Nothing but crisscross lines. Right, so I'm just going to give some texture at the ends and add a very simple or leak, tangle or leak, which is like a mesh. Right, so I'm first drawing the first set of lines and then we'll add another set of lines cutting across it to create a mesh kind of feeling. Yeah, so pressing the scoring tool to create this impression on the paper. Slight texture at the ends of the tile between my letter. Right, so I'm now going to cross it. I hope you can see. Yeah, so this is the mesh kind of thing that I'm creating now, the tangle or leak. Right, so I think we have done that. Now if you want, you can either add color or you can add the normal pencil. Right, so I'm just going to use one single color throughout the series. So this is again a chalk pencil. And adding it at the edges, and then I'm just going to blend it. Right, so since everything is more or less organic looking, so little bit of color, so you may not do it, just add some graphite and even that will blend very well and show the texture equally. Right, I'm just going to the very soft hand, not pushing too hard. Blend the chalk. Right, so this light texture that you get You will get that even with your black graphite pencil. Just don't push it too hard and blend it softly. Right? So since we have some squids hidden in there, so one small thing that you can do here is add some squids here and there. So where is my, yes. So if you want, you can add some squids. Entirely up to you if you want to. You may or may not. Right, so this is totally in addition. You can always close your tile there after shading. Yeah, so one or two here and there will establish that connection with your letter. Right, so simple tangle to draw, looks pretty organic and nice. Yeah, probably one last one here. Yeah, and that's about it. I don't think we need to do anything else. We are done. Yeah, so that's our letter for today, which is N. One last thing that I'm going to do here is use my chalk and give a nice highlight on my BTL. Yeah, that's about it. And we are done, right? So I'll see you again with another tangle letter. Till then, have a good time. Bye-bye.